welcome to my corner.
Welcome to my corner. Let's have a talk now. From Miami to California. Check your girl out. I'm gonna give it to you straight up. That's right. That's right. Keeping it real, no games inside. Let's go. Welcome to my corner, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to well, it's not really the corner. And remind me to change that theme song, y'all. Like, I'm not that big no more. I'm kind of skinny. But hey, y'all, what's up? I missed y'all. What's up, baby? I know you about to be like, Candace, where you been at? What you been doing? Because you said you was coming back and then come back. Yeah, okay, well, in my defense, I said I was going to come back when I got settled. I never got settled. But here we are, back in, not the corner. I got to figure out where the corner is going to be. But for now, this is the most important thing. Hey, y'all, I'm alive. Let's run down what's been happening with my life. So the last time you saw me, I was in New Orleans. I was moving from New Orleans. I moved to Georgia, and I moved to Georgia because New Orleans was super duper lonely for me. Like, I didn't have no family. Like, my family lives on the East Coast, and so I wanted to be closer to my family, but also I wanted the opportunity to really start pursuing my dreams. So a dream for me, y'all know I want to write and I want to produce and I want to, star in movies, and I want to film full time. I want to do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I do here, I love doing this. I want to do this for the world, okay? And I couldn't do that in New Orleans. I didn't have the space, the opportunity, and now I'm in the land of opportunity. All right, so let's run down where I've been at, what I've been doing, and how in the midst of all this, I've fallen, got back up, and God gave me a lesson. So it's a purpose talk, but let's walk through the story. Okay, so in August, Hurricane Ida happened. I also put in my 2-week notice at the university I was working at, and then I started working for a tech company. All right, so the tech company afforded me the opportunity to move to Georgia. So I moved to Georgia, and literally 2 weeks after I moved from Georgia, I ended up going to San Francisco for a work trip. Here's some.
All right, so we're back. As you can see, we're on a boat. Today's festivities at
They forgot I'm black. Don't really do boats. We're gonna stop chatting. It's cold out here, bro. It's cold. We got towels. Can you send that? So I had a fun time. All right, so on that San Francisco trip, y'all, so much happened. All right, my boss had got fired from the CEO, and then I had got a raise. So I actually prayed before working my new job that I was like, Lord, I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 6 figures. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to use my gift, and everything I prayed and asked God for, he gave me. All right. I mean, I lie to you not. I asked for 6 figures. I asked for a job that was going to allow me to use my gift. I was making YouTube videos full time. That's what my job was. Everything I was doing here, I was doing for a company, and it was because I started here that I was able to do it for a company. All right. So while I was in San Francisco, I had got offered 6 figures, some equity, and life was just good. For the first time in my life, I felt I was on top of the world. I ain't finna hold y'all. I felt like God couldn't do no more. I was super duper happy. But in the super duper happy and the super duper paid and the super duper everything, I began to lack in what God had purposed me to do, which was this, and content creation and bringing healing. I was literally so wrapped up in my job that I didn't have the opportunity to create. Do y'all know how tired I was? I was creating for that company all day long, okay? And it was working for me, but I slacked here and everywhere else. I haven't made any content for TikTok. I haven't been able to make content for this. I haven't been able to do anything. And so I was making 6 figures on top of my game, and then it was stripped from me. So today is what, Friday? All right, by the time you see this, it'll probably be next week sometime. But last Monday, my CEO called me, and he's like, I want to let you know that, the company's not doing so good, so we have to lay you off. All right, so I got laid off Monday. Tuesday, it was rough. I sat in the bed all day and I just cried because I couldn't understand how God had given me everything I had asked for. I was at the top of my game. I literally felt like for once in my life I had accomplished something, and then it was stripped from me. It was taken from me. And so, of course, I began to ask questions because I was genuinely concerned. God, why in the world did you bring me here to take everything I had just asked for? Why did you even let me taste it to show me that it wasn't, what I'm saying? Why did you even give it to me? What'd you give it to me for if you wasn't going to let me have it? And I had a hissy fit, of course. And so, God began to tell me, like, you got to create again. Like, you stop creating. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. But still, I was paid. It was like I was paid, but I wasn't purposeful. All right? I was paid. Don't get me wrong. I was paid. I was doing great for myself, but I wasn't doing what I was purposed to do. Like, I was doing bits and pieces, but I really wasn't doing the thing that brought me life and brought joy and brought healing. But I was paid, though. I was paid. And so Monday, Tuesday was rough. Wednesday was a little bit better. And then Thursday, now mind you, the day I got fired, the day after I got fired, I realized I had to hold myself accountable. Here I was, this girl who always be telling y'all to have hope and faith. And right, well, life for me. And I didn't have no hope or faith. I didn't want to hear nothing about God. I didn't want to hear it. And I was like, all right, so now you got to, practice what you preach. So I got on Instagram early in the morning. I put on my wig and I said, look, I'm doing this to hold myself accountable because I only show people the wins. And if I only show you the wins, I'm no better than anybody else. But if I show you the losses, if I tell you like how I'm sitting in the middle of a loss, you understand that I'm a human and life happens to me too. And even when life happens, God still has a plan. Okay, so I put it on Instagram. I didn't want to do it, but I was, I'm honest, I'm open, I'm transparent. Like, who gonna tell my business better than me? Like, that's the thing. Can't nobody tell my business but me. Like, if I tell it first, it is what it is. So Wednesday, the day was a little bit better. And then Thursday, my old director from my old job in New Orleans reached out to me. She's like, hey, call me. And so I was like, So I text my old boss. I was like, what's going on? Why is she telling me to call her? What's happening? And so my old boss was like, hey, I don't know if you're gonna be upset or nothing, but I told the director that you lost your job. And she actually said that was the best news she had heard all day. And she wanted to know if you want your old job back. So my old director called me and she's like, do you want to move back to New Orleans? I was like, girl, no, I did not want, no. No, ain't nothing in New Orleans. She's like, great, well, do you want to work this contract? And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So in a matter of a week, I lost everything that I don't know if I want to say I looked to it as a source, but it was a big source. I lost it. And then God gave me something back, but it was like, put it like this. I lost what made me paid, but I got my purpose back. And it's like, in life, you can choose to be paid or you could choose to be purposeful. Which one do you want, Candace? Or you could work the purpose so well that it pays you. But the thing was, I had got so caught up into like finally feeling like I had made it and making good money that I forgot what God called me to do. And like what God called me to do is way more important. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think God intentionally did everything he said to remind me like I am still God and I can still do some things. God hears me. Put it like that. It was a reminder that God hears me. Absolutely. But don't get so focused on like making a name for yourself or making something of yourself that you forget what God called you to do. Because the calling is more important than the paper. The calling is more important than like everything. So like I had a little bit of a reality check. So the good thing is I got employed back in a week. That was nice. Because your girl got bills. But with my old job, I was able to create. Believe it or not, I started the corner while working at my old job. I was able to start because I had space to create. So now we're back in the creation mode. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all and said it's been a great week. It's been a hard week. A hard week. Like, it's like grieving, like you lost a loved one. Like, some days you wake up, it's like you go through the steps of grief. Like, you be sad, you be mad, you be hurt. And so, now even in the midst of all that, what was so crazy is like, I didn't even get to be at my lowest because people needed me. Like, I was talking to one of my coworkers who was laid off and he was having a hard time and I was speaking life into him. And it was just like, even Miss Inspiration kind of wanted a minute, but I didn't even get a minute. And so now, you guys, I'm almost at the brink of 30. And, I was really excited about saying like, oh, I'm more paid than I ever been. I'm more happy than I ever been. I ain't more paid than I ever been. I ain't back to where I was. I'm paid though. I was like, I ain't broke. But, I'm not back to the beginning because the beginning doesn't look like this. I'm back to where no, I'm not even back to where we started. I'm just back. Back, I would say better. But back, I don't know. I'd be lying if I told y'all I knew what life was going to hold for me, but I don't. All I do know is that life requires leaps. That's kind of what me and God have been talking about today. So this year that's about to upcome, like this year, I just want to leap. Like I got to leap. And so I want to do content creation. I want to do these different things that requires me leaping. So back to writing, back to making content, back to doing what I love to do. So guys, your girl is back in the corner. I got a trip planned because I'm turning 30. I did do a photo shoot for my birthday. Here's some behind the scenes.
Right there.
Yeah, I was cute, y'all. I was fly. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the corner. I know it's the end of the year almost, but let's go out with a bang. And then let's kick off 2022 with leaps. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Make sure you tell a friend, tell another friend, come sit in my corner because we back, baby. We is back. And see y'all later.